Hey folks, and welcome back to the channel. Good morning. And you know, it feels like across the board, doesn't it, with all of the people who give it the old oh, I really support crypto, and you know, we're really here for the community, and you know, really want to see crypto get really far and stuff like that. But the second there is a kind of overall broader panic in the market, they will all come out with the same thing. Cryptocurrency's crashing. No. Even understanding how long they've been in it, even understanding that this is crypto. It goes up, it goes down, we go through cycles, and we just don't see enough of the kind of supporting of people. Now, what I always see these videos leading to is this kind of panic selling situations where, you know, every day kind of people going about their business get panic. So they panic because the people that they trust and get their content from is 1 minute saying to them, you know, we support everything and, you know, gonna stop doing this and stop doing that and stuff. And then they're straight back at it with their usual tricks, because it's easy for people like that to just do that and grab people's attention. They get the rates per mile because you've already clicked in, you've already watched the video, the deed is done in a sense, you've already kind of been more or less dragged into it. So the way to kind of look at a situation like this is think about how you feel when, you know, Lunar Classic was pumping upwards of 300-400%. How did you feel? Oh, wish I bought more. Wish I bought more. And there's kind of a really good person to read about, and you know, it's a little bit kind of generic for me to say this, but at the same time, he's got really good inspiring words that you can learn a lot from just from hearing his kind of like catchy quotes. And the simple fact is you don't buy when everything's running by 500%, right? You get yourself in position in times like now. There's people who put tweets out like, you know, oh, Bitcoin's crashing, back when it was like crashing down to like $2.50 a coin. This was many moons ago, so to speak. And, you know, then people sitting there now thinking, you know, how silly was I and stuff like that. But at the same time, people mostly like kind of like what FM did throughout the lunar crash. He fed off of people's kind of anger and the ability to bring people in and together off of this kind of hateful idea, this negative outlook and aspect on everything and stuff like that. So honestly, when the market's like this, you should be thinking to yourself, kind of, if you're getting involved in crypto and you've got dry powder, so to speak. Dry powder is just like spare funds, fiat to spend or stable coins to spend, right? You should be thinking, what can I get involved in right now? What is a good outlook? The lower you buy something and the more it runs up by, the higher your gains in the future. And it will always be like this. People will always wish they bought more in times like this, and when it's running, they think, you know, I can add so much more gains if I just kind of, you know, played it by the facts and understood that crypto's not crashing. Okay, it's not over, it's not dead, it's not finished. You can't finish something like this. It's far too big. Okay, crypto in itself is freedom. It's freedom in the idea of you actually have real good control over your assets. Yes, they're not safe and stuff like that, and it's all experimental, and that's where we are right now with everything. That is how things stand, and it's going to be like this for some time. And I always say this to people: you can't dictate what the market's going to do. You can't. All you can do is try and work and play with it as best as you can. So it's really good to understand that if you did buy up here, you know, this isn't seen as always like a good entry point and stuff like that. You really need to understand, like, there's so many people I know who put small amounts into Bitcoin, and it's just like Bitcoin's already really run, and it's more of the big boy contenders of things. People are spending hundreds of thousands, if not millions of pounds on investments at a time. You should really look at things with small market caps, lots of potential, really good communities behind them, and that are making good movements in markets like this, that are building, okay, that are building because they know that when the bull run comes, they're going to be on the horns of that bull, holding on tight and riding it all the way up and watching everything they built prosper and get used and people get involved in it. And we're always going to go through cycles. We're going to go up and then we're always going to come back down again. That is it's the hardest and easiest thing to kind of grasp in crypto. And a lot of people don't understand, why can't, you know, a coin just stay up and keep going up? And it's just because of the simple fact is this is how it works. And the more you understand the system, the better it's going to work out for you. And here over at LUNC is, it's going to start getting good, right? Because the 129 validators that we've got, each one should be kind of working on a different project to bring people to the space, educate people, and just bring new people forward. And I know I always kind of say this, but we're nearly at 130. I'm still waiting for someone to take that 130th slot. It's really funny. Maybe people are like, yeah, just leave it as that. We don't want an active set. But it's really good. And the more we start to move upwards after we get out of these kind of pulse moves downwards, the more people get interested, and you'll see a lot more active validators and people wanting to validate when things are running, things are green, things are going good, because that's how the human brain works. Your brain tells you to avoid bad situations. You know, no, it's going to keep crashing. I've been hurt before. And people kind of don't understand that you can never ever find the perfect buying in point. You kind of just have to catch a falling knife and hope you did your research as best as you could. Or you can do what a lot of people do, which is just kind of pick a coin that you support, you like the idea behind it, you like where it's going, you understand what it's about, and you kind of just sit on that bag until you hope and pray that eventually it does what it's supposed to do, right? And crypto's got a long way to go. Crypto will be here long after we've passed on and our children's children have passed on. I'm absolutely adamant of it, because with Elon Musk moving, you know, humans to Mars in our lifetime, it does really hail for cryptocurrencies to become more of a thing. Because if you think about how much, I don't know how to do the maths on this, but how much it costs to lift a sandwich off of the face of planet Earth, it's not cheap. And that's why when they do anything to do with space travel, it's always been traveling as light as it can go, and it goes down to the grams. And that's where crypto is just this lightless thing. It doesn't, you know, even going down to data sizes, it really is still in the megabytes for a lot of stuff. And that's good. That's a really good thing, because it makes it easier to use, to transport, to send to wherever we need to send. And I know from where I'm sitting that Elon Musk has got bigger plans for Starlink than he gives off, and the fact that he is going to interweave Doge into the system and all sort of stuff like that. But that's kind of for another video further down the line when that really does get to that. But you can Google that. That's not me just saying that to you. That is actually a thing that is supposed to be happening eventually. Really looking forward to that. So just kind of finishing up on this video, I just really want to thank everyone right now, because we really are moving up on the top validators list. We are in the top 15 now. We're getting close to being number 14, and I hope we just keep moving upwards. First burn's coming this month on the 26th. I'm really excited to actually provide our first ever burn from our node. Super excited. Probably going to go live on YouTube just to celebrate with all the different kind of delegates and people we've got. We have opened a node prize pool that will become active at the end of December, and then every month it will pick one delegate that has over 1 million staked with us out of all of our delegates, and it will airdrop them a reward out of our rewards pool for the node. And I thought it was just a really good way for us to kind of give back to our community, show them that they're loved and we care. And, you know, it's not just us wanting you to delegate our coins with us, it's we're doing so much here at HCC, and the ability to build Lunk Penguins, Lunk Blaze, and all of the things that we have built is from our success previously and people using and utilizing to give us more incentive to keep building. And now we're actually a validator and we can actually make good headway in the blockchain. You know, it really does come down to now thinking about new ideas, thinking about new ways to burn and stuff like that, because ultimately the burning is always going to be an issue until we've burnt down to 10 billion, and it should always be treated like that. And I think there are ways we really can pick up the burning, and that's kind of what we're trying to do with the burn portal and stuff like that. But you have got a lot of validators that are going to be burning. I don't know if they're going to be burning straight away and stuff like that. Some of them will have like the premium package on all nodes, which is £1,500 a month. I mean, that's a considerable amount to have to cover for a running cost for a node before you're going to burn and stuff like that. So do be aware and don't get angry when some validators aren't actually able to burn straight away. It's just for the simple fact that the voting power is still and always will be kind of being redistributed, and people will be rising, people will be falling, and that's just kind of the way the system goes. I guess the community wants to see active validators doing stuff, providing things and utilizing the blockchain and kind of providing solutions for actual current kind of issues. And that's the way I like to look at stuff, is don't try and build something off the top of my head and try and think of this cool kind of concept. Look at issues in the community, kind of see what is becoming a problem, what's not a problem, how can you address it, and stuff like that. So really good day today. Miata is launching. We'll be doing a video getting you up to scratch. I'm going to get an AMA together for YouTube for the pretty much the YouTube community to kind of get to know the team a bit better and get to know that it's Meta Gloria and their play to earn games coming soon and stuff like that. But really looking forward to that launch. And then we're going to be launching Lunk Penguins this month, the NFT project. And the greatest thing about this NFT project is that it's so well thought out that our treasury will forever grow. The longer the project's alive, the more the treasury grows, the more the rewards on the percentage scale grow, meaning that it will forever be growing and forever rewarding the 1,000 people who end up minting one. So really excited to bring that this month. We're working so hard on this staking module, getting it to be self-balanced and everything to work perfectly. You've got different tier rewards for different tier rarities, so we really have kind of mixed it up and stuff like that. Folks, have a really nice Monday wherever you are. Stay safe, beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anybody pretending to be me, and I'll catch you in the next one.